Hey up. So, Wednesday, 14th, Valentine Day. Hope you bought all the cards. Squat day again. So, Wednesday squat day, Saturday squat day. Wednesday's going to be slightly, the balance is between volume and intensity, I suppose. So today's going to be slightly less intense. It might not be, we'll see how it goes. But the general idea is more volume and maybe tone down the intensity a little bit. But having said that, we'll see how it goes. Simple as that. What I've got in mind is more band, less bar weight today, and just for the variety. There's no real, there's no great scientific reason for any of this. It's playing it by ear, keeping the body guessing, introducing an element of variety, keeping it fresh and interesting by doing something a little bit different, and just making it up as you go along, really. Why is it that? Okay, oh, flip, that's the one. There you go. Okay, just playing with the technology. I've done a little bit of warm-up. Just going to do a little bit more. Okay, when I say a little bit of warm-up, I've just done a bit of stretching, light stretching, light and fast. Okay. This band goes back decades, and it was one of the first of a pair that I bought. The first pair of bands I bought, I completely wasted my money really, because there was no way that I needed a band this heavy and powerful. Yeah. As I learnt eventually. So yeah, it was a case of monkey see, monkey do. I saw powerlifters lifting with these big bands. I thought, okay, I'll get myself some big bands and see what it's like. I didn't need them. All you need are relatively small bands. If you get multiple pairs of relatively small bands, you can put multiple pairs on the bar. So at no point do you need to spend a lot of money on the bigger bands. And also, if you buy lighter bands, which are very cheap if you get them in the right places, if one snaps, no big deal, you've lost a lighter band. If one of those big heavy bands snaps, you've lost quite a bit of money. However, I digress. Let's squat. Okay, so a bit of, I think these are called Hatfield squats. Little knees, get used to it, acclimatise. Okay. I always find that no matter what you do, no matter how you warm up, when you start doing the real squats, it's always difficult at first. Just hold it down there a bit, stretch out a little bit. Okay. Nice and stretchy. Ah, yeah. Get the belt on. So even though I'm still on the lightweight, I'm still going to use the belt and the knee wraps and keep it consistent. So if by some miracle I do get into the heavyweights again, it'll simply be carbon copy reps, more weight, and that's what I like. I like the consistency as regards these movements. Yeah, that's all 6. Nice, quite tight now. So it's a toss up between 5 and 6. 5 being loose and 6 being tight. So we'll take 6 today. See how it goes. If I can't breathe, I'll loosen it off, but it's okay. We'll see. Simple as that. Nothing is fixed forever. Have another rep. Okay, so I'll put the yellow band on. I've got no idea what the equivalent is in weight. No idea whatsoever. Okay, so that's the yellow band on. Nice. Okay, and now we're going to add the red band. So, last session, which was a Saturday, so I was all carved up, so that might make a slight difference. But last session, Saturday, I went red band. So this time I'm going red and yellow band. So that's going to make a considerable difference. Okay, everything's tangled up now. Make a big difference. Yeah, I'm going to take it off and untangle. Get it right, untangle it all. You never know, might make a slight difference. Okay, so yellow band's back on. Let's get the red band on. Okay, give that a rep, see what that feels like. Need to weigh down this lifting the platform. You can call it a platform. Yeah, you can't see, but it's just a bit of wood with some grippy tape on it, which is stop slipping. So the bands actually, if you don't weigh it down, the bands lift it up. Okay, let's feel that. Feel that out. Not bad. Quite even. Okay. So let's get into the weight. So straight into 60 kilos. Red and yellow, and I'm anticipating this is going to be quite tough. Because of the band tension. So yeah, as I was saying, you don't need heavy bands. You can just put multiple light bands on. I think all of this more or less comes under the principle of variation. Now variation might not be the most important detail, but I think it counts for something. Yeah, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, you know, carbon copy, exactly the same thing, it does become stale. You do become adapted, and the body's response is muted. And I think that if you keep an element of variety in the mix, let's do it. Oh, I underestimated that. That is really tough. Okay. 3. Okay, I'm not very happy about doing triples. I'm going to drop the weight. Yeah, that is really tough. So that band tension is a big factor. Okay, I'm going to go 40 kilos. 2 5s I put on. Another 5. Need a 5. There we go. Okay, 40 kilos plus the red and yellow band. Okay, see how it goes. kicked my ass. Possibly because I'm not warmed up enough for those reps. We'll see how it goes, simple as that. It was a good effort though, I felt the effort. Regardless of you know, the numbers, the effort was real. See what I can do. Start at 40, hopefully work my way up, but we'll see how this goes. Okay, 6. More like it. I've got no real interest in dropping down to the lowest rep range. Okay, put a little bit of weight on, so it's 42.5. It's all been done on a 3-minute timer. 42.5. Okay. It's gonna go for sets of 5 maybe. Yeah, I think the squat does not really lend itself to, you know, what I would consider to be sort of like bodybuilding methods, which are slow negatives. Yeah, I think the squat is much more geared towards just lifting the bar, and don't try, if you try and slow it down, it's just too much to think about. You know, it's just too difficult. Put it like that. Yeah. You know, when you're squatting, your thought process just turns off. You just do it. It's primal. That's my opinion. Yeah. There's certain moves that lend themselves to power. There's certain moves that lend themselves to slow, controlled eccentrics. I tend to find the cable work is best for the latter. Okay, 5. Yeah, 5. Okay. What's 45? 45. Yeah, I'm quite curious now to see what I do on I'm thinking Saturday I'll probably do the same setup and see if the carb up makes any difference as regards the you know, the loading. And I'm gonna guess it makes some difference. But again, I think there is that unaccustomed factor as well. You know, this is a significant change. You know, 2 bands on the go. So right in the bottom, you know, obviously it feels relatively easy right in the bottom. But it just, you know, the tension simply increases as you rise up. Okay. Next set of 5. Okay. Okay, just for that was pretty hard now, so I don't really need to put on weight, but so together these are half a kilo, so that's 45.5 kilos on. Okay, should get another 5 hopefully. And there are those that say that you know, a fat adapted athlete is missing nothing by not having carbs. But personally, I question that. I definitely question that. You know, I don't think that many top performing athletes perform without carbs. As far as I know, it's not a common strategy. So I'm going to say that, yeah, possibly for low intensity stuff, maybe. Okay, another 5. Carry on. So another half kilo makes 46. Wherever they may be. Let's see if we can find these things. Hidden. Okay. It's 46 on the bar. So what's this, set 5? So I went, no, 1, 2, I've done, this is set 6. So yeah, I mean the quality might not be great, but I'm getting a bit of quantity. So it's one or the other. I think I did say at the beginning, I was going to trade off the intensity for the volume. So, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, I've done 5, so this is set 6, so the volume's getting a little bit higher. Go on, 46 and a half. Need to clear out. Trouble, I haven't got one of those weight trees. The weight tree would be handy. So they could make without scaffolding. Be useful. And it just happens that this scaffolding is exactly the same diameter as an Olympic bar. You can actually use them as if you have to. If you can use them as bars. So let's say 20 kilo is too heavy for a certain move. You can use a piece of scaffolding plus whatever little weight you want to put on them. Okay, so we're looking at another set of 5. I'm just clawing my way up half kilo increments. So it's always slightly harder. Okay, 5. Counting 5. I like to move this setup a little bit. This is too close. Okay, 47. Let's do 47. Amazing how fast 3 minutes goes when you're squatting. Okay, that's 47. Set 8. Looks like I'm probably going to do 10 sets. Looking extremely likely at this moment. I wasn't sure at the beginning. It looks like 10 sets is coming up. So yeah, I mean, it's not a total washout. The intensity was not miraculous, let's say. I didn't know what to expect, you know, as simple as that. I started playing it by ear. But the volume's pretty high. So see if you can get 5. Let's say 5. Yeah, even at 3 minutes is not a full recovery by any means. Over there, a few seconds, no set 5. Yep, 5. Okay, so going on 47.5. So that's 4 quarters off. I meant a kilo. 4 quarters off, adding 1 1/4. So total 47.5, and obviously a band tension, whatever it may be. Obviously it's substantial at the top. You know, I can feel it when I walk it out. You know, when I walk it out, it's really pulling me. Okay, so that's 47.5 loaded up. This set 9, I think I said. Yeah, I've done 8, this is number 9. 9, it's going to be 10. Now I've got to 9. It's got to be 10. Yeah, 10 sets of squats, it's no joke. I mean, even at sets of 5. Still a body blow. Yeah, I was discussing this last night with my friend Russell, who trains. Slightly older than me, but not much in it. So we both got the sort of like same interest. It's not just training, lifting. It's you know, staying healthy and getting into a good old age. You know, talking about people who squat every day. How do they do it? And I said, you know, I have tried it in the past, and you do get accustomed to it, but you know, whether or not you make any sort of good rate of progress is highly debatable. I think it's good for beginners maybe. After a while, it's just too much of a battering. Okay, let's get 5. Come on. Come on. Yes. Okay, yeah, go on then. Last set, 48 kilos. Yeah, I mean, no, I'll take that back. Squat every day is not good for beginners at all. I'm going to say it's good for more, let's say, advanced beginners. Does that make sense? So not quite raw beginners. No way, I'll take that back, definitely. Somewhere between the beginner and the advanced. So neither beginner nor advanced. So early intermediate, if that is a thing. I don't know. I'm just speculating from what I feel. I've got no scientific data to back me up. But I simply, I'm just considering that if you are very experienced and you've consistently squatted and you're squatting heavy, I can't see that you're going to be doing that every day. You know, the only way to do it, I think, would be that the majority of the sessions would simply be going through the motion, maybe helping you to cement the movement path. But that seems to me to be a waste of time. I mean, the squat has a technicality to it, but it's not that technical that you need to practice it every day. You don't need that. It seems to me a redundant waste of time when you could be doing something else. But hey ho. Everybody's entitled to try these things, and maybe, you know, there are a few people who are built, maybe, you know, I suspect built for endurance, that it works for them. Okay, last set. Can it be 5? Held it at the bottom. Yeah, 10 sets, 5 reps. At least I got to experience the two band combination. I mean, I've done all this years and years, you know, in previous years, but not for a long while. So it does feel quite unaccustomed. I'm definitely still getting the squatting groove back. I mean, when you get it perfectly down to pat, you know, it's the same movement every time. Empty the lungs, breathe out, get under the bar, under the bar, pick the bar up, 1, 2, breathe in. Yeah. There should be very little deviation from that. You know, you might set your feet and sort of like slightly move them. Not very much at all. You don't want to be wasting energy. You don't want to be dancing around like you see so many people doing. Yeah? Empty lungs, set up, fill your lungs up, keep the air in your belly down the bottom. Keep the air in, rise up, breathe out. Breathe in, down, up, breathe out. Like a little piston, like a machine almost. Especially when you're repping out. You know, when the weights get really, really heavy, then it gets more ugly. And the walkout itself, so that the initial unracking the bar and getting into position becomes very, very difficult. You know, once you've got hundreds of kilos on your back, you know, it's taking you, yeah, you've really got to fight it. And I think one of the things that the band work does, which is very good, is that it does prepare you for walking out heavy weights, and they don't feel very bad at all because you've experienced heaviness at the top through the bands, through your training, without killing yourself in extremely heavy loads. But as I say, you know, that's more for the powerlifting side of things. For simply for bodybuilding, then yeah, you don't need all that really. You don't need to go heavy at all for bodybuilding. I think that bodybuilding can be achieved with very light weights. Yeah. A lot of bodybuilders, I think Dorian Yates comes to mind. I think the thing about bodybuilders is that there's a certain body type that looks more aesthetic, and it tends to be quite tall and long-legged. Whereas I've not really got that body type. I've got the sort of like the squat the squat body type. You know, I've got the European peasant body type. So I think my body type, if you look, my arms are relatively long. So you see some people when they do deadlifts and the bar is up here, whereas when I'm deadlifting the bar is quite low. So the length of the arms makes the deadlift somewhat easier, makes the bench press somewhat harder. But because the deadlift is so much more important for powerlifting, that's, you know, I think you're better off being long-armed as a powerlifter. Yeah. I always think that my legs are relatively short for my body, which, you know, I think that swings and roundabouts. Yeah, swings and roundabouts. As regards aesthetics, it's not ideal, but as regards you know, squatting, I don't think it holds anybody back to have short legs. You know, you're not moving the bar as far. That's I'm 5'7". You know, would I like to be 6 foot? Probably, but then again, you know, I haven't got the experience of it. So does it come with additional problems? I don't know. I wouldn't like to be shorter. But I think at 5'7", it's more or less the Goldilocks spot. You know, 5'8", 5'9", that seems to be, you know, average. So yeah, nothing to cry about. Yeah, not like my poverty squat. But yeah, again, as I say, got a lot of volume in. Definitely, I would say without a shadow of a doubt that, you know, if I do the nutritional side and now I getting my protein after this, that's going to be a good session that worked. That will be an effective session contributing to muscle growth and squatting power. Let's say, yeah, it was good. It was good, really. I mean, disappointing that I couldn't put 60 kilos on it and go higher and higher and higher. But then again, you know, we're all greedy at this game. Yeah, it's never enough, is it? It's never enough. It's, you know, the grass is always greener on the other side. You know, it's always about what you're not doing. What you're not doing is what you want to do. What you are doing, you don't want to do it. You know, it takes some. It's all a mental game. Yeah. It takes some discipline to remain relatively consistent. As I say, I don't think that rigid consistency is the answer either. I think you've got to be relatively consistent. Yeah, and for sure, I've let my squat go, I've let my deadlift go, I've let my bench press go. Yeah. Trade-off being I've become a lot fitter. I feel healthier. The calisthenics, you know, the chins and the dips and the press-ups and, you know, I don't know, you know, the ring work when I did it a little bit, that all seemed to come on. Anything involving cardio, so anything with a cardiorespiratory element, I got a lot better last year. Possibly that I'm going to let that fade now. You know, what I'm doing now is letting that fade a little bit. And I'm going to have to catch that back up at some point in time. But I am doing a weekly cardio session by punching the bag, so hopefully that maintains it somewhat. Okay, I think I'll leave it at that for today. Yeah. So I'm going to say, tentatively, an advance, but not a miracle.